What's going on, everybody out there? How we doing? How we doing? What's going on, everybody out there? We are live. We are live right now. I'm also babysitting, and I'm hopeful and asking that my wonderful daughter doesn't ruin the stream. Right, Summer? Right, Summer Price? So here we go. All right, guys. Here we go. Now, Bitcoin is at 84.59 right now as we speak. And I know it's nerve-wracking, and I know it's scary, and that's why I stream. Most people be like, why are you streaming? You know, what are you doing? And it's because at times like these, I would run to the internet and look for a voice of reason. And we all need that. Now, let's just take a good look at Bitcoin now. It still is technically in this wedge. So, make it big here. So we could say, yes, it fell out. Or we could, what if we just began trading today and we just came today? We would kind of draw this wedge, right? So it's still in a wedge. It's still kind of holding this, a bit of a trend, you know. It could have went down. Again, like it could go up, come back down here to 8,000. It could go up, come back down here. We could be, you know, like this could keep 8,100. So like 825, like these things could still keep happening and we'd still be in a bullish pattern that's supposed to break out to the upside. So again, RSI getting very low. Here RSI was very low. Look what happened. Here RSI was very low. Look what happened. We had a pretty big move. Pretty big move. And we're getting there now. Okay? And this is the 12-hour, half a day chart. So I mean, it looks like we can go down a little more, and then I just think we're going to go up. It's crazy to say, you know. And in the short term, what I personally just did, and it's not financial advice, but I just bought this wick of VeChain because VeChain has been performing amazingly well. If you think about it, it's been doing a lot of, it has the potential and the power. It has a lot of eyes on it. Any given day, another huge bit of news could come out for it that could just make it another catalyst. I made a prediction on this channel just like a few days ago that VeChain would go 100% basically, and that's when it was at around 0.5. I said it will go to a cent. It's in 2 weeks, 2 weeks time. So I still have about, I think, 11 days for that prediction to come true. But look at it, man. 6969. You grab some VeChain right here. Would have been nice to grab it here at 6.6, right? Already be up 5%. Isn't that amazing? Look, 5. Isn't that? Am I wrong? Actually, wait. I could be completely wrong. No. Yeah, here you need 600. I always do it like this. Like if you round up to 7,000, right? You need 700 to make 10%. It's simple. You just move the decimal over 1, right? So that's what you need for 10%. I kind of go for 10%. That's like, I don't know why. I just chose that as my goal. It's a goal I try to hit every time. 10%. So if we look at this at, so you would need 700. So if you got 300, and I'm just counting, I don't even know what we would call it, 300 tenths of a cent, right? Or 300 hundredths. Here's the tenth, the hundred thousandths, 300 hundred thousandths of a cent is all we need to get 10% on this move. Yeah. 1/6, 1 cent would be like, 20%. And then cut that in half. You need like a half a cent almost. But let's just see the measured move so we don't have to guess. So if you would grabbed it here right now, you'd be up 3.46%. I mean, no one gets that wick either, so most people, but still, like, at this very moment, a bold move, but right as you saw it wicking up, if you snatched it, and now we're just sitting, right? Now we're just in that sitting moment, that hangout period. And we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, and we'll go from there. But yeah, Link, if you had bought in Link in this position already, like, it's crazy, but these are moves. These are actual trades. 3.7% on the wick. So that's just probably the running rate on almost every coin now. Ontology. Yep. So what I do is, it's a bold move and it may not be the best move. So I bought Bitcoin when it was at like 83.99 or 84.10. So I'm like, as low, like when it would just like, the second I watched it happen. Like I watched it actually happen. So the second I saw it wicking back up, I just made a buy. And it's not a lot, like, and that's up $5 right now, presently. And then I bought Ontology as well, which is up $5. I'm up 0.5% on both of those right now. I guess if you wanted to make if you were with leverage, you could have 10 times that and made 5% and gotten out right now. I mean, but that's insane, right? Like but just to let you guys know, like logically, good time to buy, right? I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll eat my words. I have tight stop losses, like right here, like very minimal loss, 4%, 5%, 4%, So I'm not trying to, it's either like I'm in and out and I really don't feel it because it's such a small loss, or I actually catch more of the movement up as it is that maybe I caught the bottom possibly, I have like the non-official version of Market Cipher, which I'm going to do a whole video about that actually, so people can understand what I'm talking about. But this is like the unofficial version of Market Cipher. And what you want is these green dots. Like, see green dot? So like a green dot at 50 cents meant the bottom, like the complete bottom. And it really was. The green dots here too. I was trying to tell you before, sometimes it's not, it means a bottom, not a perfect bottom, but it's pretty good. And on the daily, it's the strongest. So if we can get, like, we got a green dot right here. Boom. On Ontology. Let's see if we have anything on Bitcoin. No. We got a green dot here. We're not lower than that yet, 7,900. So we'll see what happens. I follow other people too, and then you can see their ideas as they come up. And it's great, like amazing traders. Here's a trader you may want to follow. This is a little tip I'll give you guys right here on my channel. And this is why you watch my channel, because you never know what you're going to learn, what you're going to find out. But let me show you something that you are most likely very, very familiar with. The chorus goes like this. Wait, blah, blah, blah. Lately, we've seen something. Oh, yeah. When Bitcoin moves up, altcoins tend to crash. When Bitcoin moves up, altcoins tend to crash. When Bitcoin goes sideways, altcoins tend to crash, right? But Bitcoin dropped $1,000 in one hit. And altcoins versus Bitcoin pairs held their support, and some started to grow. Second, Bitcoin started to grow, and alts remained the same. And others held support. Third, Bitcoin went sideways, and altcoins started to grow big time. So, please don't do that. So we're seeing like a big move here. The difference is very clear and easy for us all to see. So what happens next? The altcoin Bitcoin pairs have a close retrace, and Bitcoin makes another jump. This is what he's thinking, and he's thinking we're gonna come out of this wedge and hit this target here at the beginning of 10,390, 10,366. Boom. Maybe bounce as low as 7,954. So we'll see what happens. But Alan Masters is a really interesting person to follow. Check him out. How's the audio? Let me just make sure it's going well. It's sounding right. Everything's going well. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I didn't want to go over like tons of news today. I just really wanted to like make everyone aware that like you're in Bitcoin for a long run and for a reason. Don't panic sell today. Don't freak out. It was a little bit of a drop, but we're all right. It probably will bounce back a little bit, even if it's going to drop a little more. We may see some play here in Bitcoin. Let's just see what the chart. I mean, it's really just a breakdown though of a pattern. I really just bring this out a little bit, and we're still in in a falling wedge that should break out, but we don't know. Does it keep going? Here's the longest wedge here that like did break out. Boom, boom, boom. But this is almost, it was almost a flag too, because it's almost straight. It's almost like a straight flag, but it's not. You know, it's a falling wedge. Even the RSI is respecting that. I don't see any divergences. Everything's kind of mimicking itself. This could be the end of the MACD cross too. It start to get white. I think these are starting to come in. Maybe like right here. Here. I could be completely wrong, but my instincts tell me that in a couple hours, a couple days, this will level out. Forgot I'm on the daily. A lot of times I'm on the 4 hour. Some more downward movement. But getting low on that RSI. You know, but we still got room like last time, stay away from here, and you can go boom. That little chunk is kind of a move, so. But we are low on the RSI. For my sake, hope we get a bounce. Ontology and VeChain. And VeChain's already getting that bounce. A lot of eyes on it, I think. And even look at the 21 moving average. They can join there too. So there's some support. I mean, let's just look at the grand scheme of things. This is kind of invalid now, this fib, because of the movement. And I was just doing a long. I had an initial position in VeChain at 4085. It was an amazing position, and if I was still in it, which I regrettably am not still in it, I took profits a little too early. But it was a great trade. Damn. Wish I just kept pushing that stop loss. But sometimes it comes down real hard. You don't know if that's the end of the run, you know. And I could have also re-entered. But as you can see, I was in here checking it out in the threes. And I was like, well, if it breaks out of here and breaks out of there. And so I was thinking of buying this breakout. And I bought like really prematurely. Somewhere here. I was trying to buy this breakout, this triangle here. This is where it started for me. Which is funny. Just right here. Like none of this price action existed. It was just. But I was like, oh, that should break out. It broke out here. It's trying to figure its way. We never knew. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. Massive gains. I'd be up 80% right now. But what are you going to do? So let's erase these old lines because they're in the past. It's cool, though, to see your old work and then see things play out because then it makes you want to keep charting. So you're like, yeah, well, that made sense. So let's chart some more. Look at the volume, huh? It's like who just sell? It's like someone held every one of these coins and just they all decided to sell them at the same time or something. It's just, to me, it's strange. Really weird. Make it a little wide. Look at this double bottom though on the huge time frame. Wow. Wow. Never saw that. No one's talking about this. Look what we just found, guys. Here live on the channel. VeChain and a double bottom. This is insane. From a year ago. Wow. 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 Like I didn't think I was going to look at it on this type of level, but like let's look at that. That is VeChain. Like in the grand scheme of things in its life. Wow. Copying that, sending that to a group that I'm in. That's very interesting. Like, just telling you here, buy VeChain, man. you should, somewhere around in here, and just hold it for a little while. Because I mean, it's funny because if we move it, right, neckline to base, it always comes out to the neckline and up. So we're looking at like $1, like a 1.8, 1.9 cents, almost 2 cents. I mean, 2 cents is here, but well over 1.5 cents VeChain, which is 300%. 300. And how long did this move take? Like, we just basically need to measure the date of this move in a way, like as a jet, if we can take some guess, So we'll see the height we're at, right? We want to get, because here it should hit here and then go up its head, right? That's how the double bottom works. Similar to a double top. So we'll be fair and take the candle. So from here, and we want to go to here, right? So let's see how long. We just want to see how long, and obviously the hype could be crazy and this could be ridiculous, but we just want to see how long this would take if it did happen. So here would be September 18th on the right. September 18th, September 5th. September 5th, 2018. All the way to November. So 2 months. Right? September, October, November. That's not bad. That's not bad. So you're telling me you put $1,000 here in 2 months, and VeChain is going to give you about 6,000 back. I mean, 3,000 back, but 2,000 would be 6,000 back. That's interesting. But these are just things to look at when you see there's blood in the streets. Another reason to have some cash on hand. Or I got stopped out of a few things, so, And you could call it revenge trading. I don't suggest doing that. But there were some projects that I looked at the prices as well as support and resistance. Like here's Ontology. Get a look at it here. And, buy the retest in it. And now look at broke through its own triangle, man. It's crazy, right? Had a beautiful breakout. I caught that. It was really nice. Huh. Interesting. That's why too, man, you gotta, take profits. See, this was the target. We never made it. Never made it to the target. But if you're there for a while, take profits. Take your profits. This is invalid now. All that. This is an older chart. But yeah, I mean, you buy this dip here. I think we already know it's probably about 3%, 3.7% on that measured move. That one was 4%. I mean, guaranteed you're never gonna catch that, but if you're lucky, you'll get in here, somewhere in here. Be up 2.7%. In a horrible day when no one's making any money, you do 2 or 3 of those and then you walk away. You just take 2, 3, 4, 5%. That's it. You don't get greedy. It is what it is. So it's just suggestions, things you could do. You don't have to do it. And do your own research and do whatever you feel is comfortable. We could have a huge dump right now, and I could eat my words. So crazy moves. But we shall see what happens. What's up with the market, the regular market? Just got just to see. Sometimes I like to see if it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin or what's going on, like the Dow. So the Dow is up. Pod stocks are just getting slammed. It's funny, they seem to move with crypto. Like when crypto goes down, they tend to go down. It's really weird. Very interesting. I don't know what your guys' take on it all is. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if anyone has a strategy, things that you want to do. We could take a look at Ripple, sadly. But it had a bounce. Thank God. If we can get out of the 25 regions, getting back into 26, which is so low. So sad. But yeah, Ripple, man. I mean, technically, it's just lower lows. You know? Really not happy about the look of this thing. A lot of wicks. Way too many wicks for my liking. Like long wicks, too. Just, it isn't a falling wedge. Right? But, you know, you would like for it to break out. I keep closing that. I don't know why it keeps coming back. Yeah. Could give us a target of 28.55 if we can get there. Or 28.85 if we can get there. You know? And that's, right now, will be a nice 10% gain. A little more than that, actually. Now all we need is 2.5. Actually, no, we'll be 26. But yeah, so that means all you need to get is to 28.6, you know, to get a 10% move. Rounded tops aren't good. This is a strange pattern here. This jigsaw kind of makes it look like a double top, which would come down. I mean, technically, we could look at this as a double top, right? It's weird, almost like a triple top, or maybe even a complex head and shoulders in a way, which would, you know, play out. And it's a long neckline. Oof. So that's what we're looking like. It's kind of nice, actually. It's like, you know, so that has to play out. And it's a bearish pattern up here, and it did. You know, I can take that. We don't have to go the whole move, not every time. So that's interesting to me. That could be an indication that the worst is over, because we have a bearish pattern that is played out. Similar to when you have a bullish pattern, and when it hits, it's where it's going to go. You know what's going to happen next. It's going to have a little retrace. It's not going to keep going. It's not what happens. It's just not what happens. You know. Bitcoin breaks below 85 as the bears are in complete control. And these articles are written probably like maybe an hour too late, because Bitcoin's just moving a lot, you know. This morning, Bitcoin price broke below 8,500 for the first time in November, suggesting that the bears are back in control. Bulls had a valiant defense of the low 7,000 range, resulting in a massive short squeeze in the crypto asset, third largest one-day gain on record, following news that China would support. What is this talking about? But any bullish momentum from the power impulse move that fizzled out as the crypto asset slowly bled from October high of 10.5 and now below 85 in the latest drop. It is crazy though. Like, come on, like pump to 10 and then stay in 9.3, and you know, slowly just. It can be hard to be in crypto sometimes. It can be really hard to be in crypto some days. And I know it. I've been through it, guys. It's not always the easiest. It's not always a perfect day, but I think that's what it teaches us, that we have to make it through, you know, and be positive, and hodl. You know, if you believe, and that's why it's another thing to believe in a project like Cardano. I own Cardano, and like I won't sell my Cardano. Like, I met Charles Hawkinson's, and I know the dude in a way, because I was in a watch a lot of his videos. See his perseverance. You can see what he created in this earth, and through his determination and just his will and his short genius, and not have admiration for the guy. So, and also to meet him as a person and see that he's also like very polite, kind, and will tell you how he feels. Like, you'll get a really good piece of how he feels. He might swear a little bit. He might offend you. I don't know. He didn't offend me because me and him just kind of saw eye to eye over a lot of different things. But yeah, so there's a lot of other reasons why I wouldn't sell my Cardano. But I'm just saying, you know, he's also attached to the project. I look into who started the project a lot. You know, that's important to me. It's extremely important to me because you're buying the people behind the project. You know, you want to know what kind of person is that? You know, what's driving that company? What are their values? What do they do? What do they represent? Crypto lifer, like, what do I represent? You know, I represent eating healthy, working out, trading, using cryptocurrency because it gets you out of using the US dollar and a deflationary asset. And that's the whole point. That's what I'm into. That's why I made the channel. That's why I push the agenda. It's more of a lifestyle, trying to teach guys, guys and girls, gents and ladies, about wealth perseverance and reasons why we need to have deflationary assets, not inflationary assets. If we see anything here, you know, it was a double bottom, but just didn't play out. See, boom, boom, boom. Could turn into a triple bottom, right? But let's see what happens. This changed because I like to put them right up on the candles. This just changed because we were in a different time frame when we made this originally. We could gap snatch those, but I'll keep it real. Yeah, so, but again, remember, there's another thing I was looking at. Oh, that's so cool. How do you have that? And to me, that's still looking like an uptrend. It actually looks like some of the altcoins we were looking at. You know? They're just going to come down, hit the trend line, and keep going. Right? I mean, just the lowest point we can go, down to the trend line. We go up, down, just put a box there to see. And this is just what I think where the support will be. Yeah, so $8,400, you know? Could keep going lower to right here. $8,265 in the 8,200 range. But yeah, see, we're stalling out here at 84.38. See what VET's doing. 69990. Doesn't really want to give up. I mean, it went all the way to 8, right? Let's see this. Like, it was in the 8s. You know, I would 100%ed 100% for my buy at that point. Maybe shy like 99 or 96. Sometimes you gotta hold them. Crazy. Ontology holding at 82. Printing now a lower candle. Back in its triangle, which makes it invalid. I apologize for this. I'm gonna have to figure out why I get notifications when I've turned the program off. It's pretty annoying. But guys, don't worry. Have faith. You know, things are going to be all right. Bitcoin has a reason for being here, and it will free us for a little while until they figure out how to put us in a box again. But for the time frame.
Look at this one.
I have to go be a dad for a little while, do my thing. But I really appreciate anyone who is subscribing right now to Crypto Lifer. Be adding so many more things to the channel as we go on. There'll be additions, interviews. We'll be taking the channel wherever and whenever we can go to crypto meetups and summits, places of that nature. Yeah, so we're going to make it a community. We're going to make it fun. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. Check it out. And if you like the content I create and you like the community I'm creating, give me a like and a thumbs up. Help me create a stronger community and bring more people that are like-minded like us around each other. Neo 1184. So things just seem to be just printing duds. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video.